Hey there, folks. Welcome back to the Dammâseq Campaign. Last time, we pressed further into Jaffa, seizing additional territory in the Canaan region. One more war to go, although that war is not going to be available for us until the very end of 903, basically 904. We can go to war with Jaffa one final time to seize the remainder, 3 provinces, I believe, that they have in the region, and that will be that. We also saw Kemet conquer their way into Jaffa as well from the south, although we sort of protected the region from Kemet by ensuring our overlordship over it instead, which I'm sure is much better, by releasing the nation of Moab and instantly guaranteeing them. So Moab is under our protection. They're not necessarily my vassal or anything like that. We're just guaranteeing an independent nation of Moab. But this should, I think, hold Kemet back. The Kemet AI may not have really wanted to press further this direction anyways, because they're getting a little overextended, but they probably will hesitate or not do it if it involves fighting me, who they should see has more militech than them and has a larger army than them. So I think Kemet should hold off for now from advancing further up the region, so that's pretty good. Additionally, we're just roading our way around the new territory, and we're going to continue that in a second, but I did want to take a second to note something I thought about doing episodes, which is actually potentially trying to enter into the Ebla region. Now, I haven't really talked about the Ebla region too much as a priority for quite a long time, but my thinking here, sort of like with the stuff in the south where Kemet is encroaching, in the north I'm concerned about Mari encroaching. Now, Mari hasn't really focused on their west and southwest very much. They're currently in a war with Assyria, which they appear to be winning. It's a little hard to tell, but Mari does seem to have much more siege progression than Assyria does. I don't know exactly how their power levels sort of stack up here. Assyria does appear to be a smaller nation, though. Well, their integrated pop numbers are pretty similar. Mari is more expansive, but their actual levy populations appear to be pretty similar. Mari is also, like, population-wise, aside from integrated pops, I mean, their Yamina population is a bit larger than Assyria's Assyrian population, but their overall population is much bigger, and their territorial extent is much bigger as well. So that's just something for us to keep in mind concerning that. But whatever the case, the Ebla region, especially the stuff over here, now that we control the Kadesh area, the Ebla region itself is actually not a super valuable, lush region. It's overwhelmingly plains. I think it's a step above something like Moab and Edom, but it's not even as good fertility-wise as the Canaan region. So I wouldn't normally prioritize gaining control of the actual Ebla region. As you can see, it's just a bunch of plains and whatnot with only a couple rivers here and there. But this would be a great borderlands to establish between Kadesh, which is increasingly becoming the sort of second most important region in my nation, as we see just from the stats, essentially. I mean, it's not the most populous. We have more people in Phoenicia, but Kadesh's, and Jordan Rift Valley, but Kadesh's population, I think, is more Dammâseq than other regions. If we look at the military breakdown, Kadesh is 31 cohorts by itself, which is, again, this is all from Dammâseq. So I think that, and also with our sort of informal tradition of having our heir be the governor of Kadesh, I think both mechanically and in the lore of the campaign, Kadesh is considered our sort of second region to some extent, alongside, obviously, Hermon. And so having a border region between Kadesh and another great empire is something we should certainly consider. So, because we're going to have to wait for a while for the Jaffa War, until basically the end of 903, start of 904, it may be worth actually going to war in Ebla, although we do have some AE limitations at the minute, just to secure more stuff. Should note, by the way, that Ebla themselves are currently losing to Alalak. Alalak, I don't know exactly what their total ambitions will end up being, but Alalak also controls Setut, which is this singular tile in the Ebla region that they unfortunately have a little tiny section of. One thing we could do later on, once we integrate Tunip, which we can get to work on at any time, although we have to raise their opinion of us first, we can then start integrating them, is we could then bribe the governor of Ebla in Alalak here in Setut, and sort of did what we did with the Ebla nation many, many years ago to get control of that territory. And the reason I wouldn't want to fight Alalak necessarily, I might have to if they take more of Ebla, but they are the client state of Ursu, and Ursu is very far away, so I'd have to actually deal with this distant enemy to get this stuff. But if Ursu actually, or Alalak actually takes over this, I think that Alalak is just giving stuff to Ursu, which I guess makes sense if they're the client state. Whatever happens over here with this conquest, we may have to fight Ursu either way. At the minute, they only control sections of the Aleppo Plain region, which Mari is firmly within, so I'm not going to be contesting that right now. So I think that very likely I will have to fight Ursu just to get control of Ebla either way. What we can do in the meantime, though, because Tunip already belongs to us, and Ebla is kind of already being attacked by these guys, I guess we could attack Ebla just to get a couple of provinces. We have some limitations on our AE at the minute. We could also attack Yabrudu, who control a number of spots in Ebla as well. And finally, killing the Yabrudu tag would be a long-term goal of mine. Let's see here. They're allied and defensively with Tadmor, which is perfectly fine. Tadmor is also in the region. So we could gain control of essentially the southeastern corner of Ebla, maybe even colonize our way to the border itself so that Mari can't colonize this themselves. Could be quite handy. I think that's something we should definitely consider. The rest of our military is basically ready to go, aside from the Jordan Rift Valley team still working. So I think we should actually consider doing this, to be fully honest. I don't think there's any reason we need to hold off on attacking Yabrudu. And in terms of what this peace deal would look like, let me think about this. Provincially, yeah, okay, down here is the capital. This governs this, and over here, it's Fasher. I think this should be a pretty straightforward fight. And even though we have a lot of AE built up, it's going to decline quite fast thanks to our super high tyranny, although our tyranny is declining quite fast as well. I think this would be a pretty straightforward fight to do. We do have to kind of move through some weird desert terrain given Ebla's in the way, but that's not a huge deal. So I think we should go ahead and give this a try as our road crew continues to work down here. Let me think about this. So first, before I raise everybody, let me decide the next movements here. So I think this connection is probably the right one to do. Let me think about this. Come to your Shalem. I'll wait until well, actually, this is Moab and Edom, so I'm gonna road around Moab and Edom. I think this is fine. Yeah. I'm gonna road up and connect up this sort of loop here to connect back up with the Sittim. Alright, now in the meantime, let me raise up my other levies and get things going. I will go ahead and raise the Canaan levy, and let's see here. The Phoenician Ugrit levies as well. Ugrit doesn't have a levy quite yet. And then I'll raise, obviously, my own levy. They're going to raise up here. You guys can raise over here. Alright, that is everybody that can be raised. Let's march our way over to the borderland. Everyone come to Kishel. Alright, so we don't need to worry too much about doing any sacking in this war. I don't think Yabrudu or whatnot have many cities. We might try to sack Tadmor itself, just to get some money from that, but we can get to that when we get to that. I think that is everybody. Alright, let's go ahead and resume. So we're saving up our PI. I think what I said before is I want to get to, was it 80? No, it was a 60 PI in total for, no, it was 80 PI because I'll have 4 slots. The faith of Gizgo. Never has a more devout man existed than Gizgo Milkermid. Our people clamor at the very door of the temple, demanding that we declare a feast in his honor. How should we answer them? Yep, that is a good event. I'll take that. Thank you. And then I'll also road over to Silo once we get there. But for now, we're fine. I could get military access through Ebla, but I may just go around the desert. Plot theft. The wretch Ahiram Abarid, my son, during his deep discussion with Mutanbal Abarid, must have arranged a deceitful ploy. Well, Mutanbal Abarid arranged to meet with Asherah Abarid for a seemingly unrelated matter. Ahiram had his hired thugs attempt to ransack the home of Asherah. Unfortunately, since we had no idea that the two conspirators were targeting this attack, a sizable quantity of wealth was stolen and no proof was found. Poor Asherah. Yeah, that's a sizable quantity of wealth, I'll say. Wow. World's least successful ransacking. What is this? Okay, sure. Sorry to hear about your loss of 0 gold. Yeah, sucks to have that happen to you, I guess. Alright. I'll also go ahead. I'll just have... I don't even need, like, a large force here. I'll just have one of my... Let's see here. I'll have the Levy of Phoenicia just take on Demina. Actually, you can stay in Force March. The rest of you are going to... not enter the desert quite yet, but come down in this area. Although, that being said, actually... Can I conquer Yabrudu, given that I don't border them? This may present a problem. Also, I do have a claim on Yabrudu. Good. Okay. I could also attack Ebla at the same time, and then try to conquer the south of Ebla to then let me conquer Yabrudu. I think I might have to do that, to be honest. And I have my forces in the area. Alright, so slight change of plans, because there are some Ebla cities I want to sack. Let me take the first levy of Herman and split you apart into 4 sections, like I did before. Alright, so first levy I will send north to take on Tunapa. I guess I could also enter from Tunip. Okay, let me send you up here to come down to Yafat to take that. The second levy will go for Kajba. Come up there. The third levy will come over here to come for Tunapa. And then the fourth levy will get Tureen and then come up and like... The fourth levy will do everything else over here. Okay, and then everybody else... come down to Arbeen. There we go. Perfect. Alright. So we will be attacking Ebla as well. We're not going to be able to get that much because Alalak will be busy taking stuff, but once these guys are in position, I'll declare war on Ebla. Ebla's army, I think, is either not available or they're trapped in Ebla's actual capital. Although that being said, I may want to actually take Ebla's capital itself. I can just send one of my forces up there. I don't think Ebla's going to have a large enough army. I might send 2 of my Herman Levy sort of teams up there, but we'll see what ends up happening. A question of competence. After weeks of nervous looks and smirks at court, the whispers circling the palace have finally reached the ears of the king. It seems that someone has been spreading rumors and spinning yarns of his unequaled profligacy and unfitness for the throne. The damage has been done, and now all look to how the king will deal with the situation. Let's see. I think we just lost the popularity. Also, is my music playing? I cannot hear music at all. I guess in theory it should be. Maybe it's just a glitched track from that mod. Also, should have set this guy on Force March. We'll do that now. Why did the first levy permit come up here? Whoops. Okay. Send you here. Send you here. Send you here, and then you, I'm going to send up here. Okay. Just keep waiting. These guys are almost in position. Let's turn off Force March for all these guys, at least for a second. Alright. Okay, 14th of May, I think the time is now. Let's declare war on Ebla. Call in Tunip. Sure. Oh, Ebla's army's actually here. I didn't see them under the mercenaries. Okay, so that's 27 cohorts in Ebla's army, who I should... I think I'll do these sacks with these armies, and then these 3 teams will join together. Together, there'll be 30 cohorts, and 5 martial versus... what's this guy? 3 martial. I don't know if I can beat this army safely at Ebla. I guess I'd be attacking in farmland, but I can at least hold them off. Ebla may start to siege down Tunip. At the minute, they've been stuck in here because they can't get, military access through Tunip, because Tunip has limited diplomacy. So this may be a good situation. Either way, we need to be aware that this army in here, it will be unchained to go do stuff once they can move through Tunip, because Tunip will be at war with them. So let's go for it. Take Akash, which is this one here, so we're going to get that war target right away. Alright, second war upon Ebla, let's do it. Alright, the Eblaite regional power of Ebla rally together to defend. Now we can see their army a bit more clearly. Come down and get some sacking in before Ebla can really respond, just for the memes. Alright, and you come grab Tureen, and then I'll also declare war on your Brudu. Once I control Tureen, and this guy can come and grab Demina. So in the meantime, I will force march these guys into the desert. Now, the order of things here has to be that I actually... yeah, this is going to take these guys a long time. Although, on Force March, they're pretty fast, actually. So the order has to be, I piece out Ebla before I piece out your Brudu, because I can't take the Brudu stuff if Ebla's land is in the way. Alright, there's the music. I can hear it now. Alright, let's take this down to speed 2. Okay. I think Ebla may just go respond to the Alalak invasion, because now they can. Wine culture. The divine drink fermented from grapes has become widespread and popular in Mishmar, every inhabitant having tasted it at least once. It has become commonplace for workers to sit together in taverns in the evening, a glass of the cool drink in front of them, discussing current events and their life. Wine has become a way of life here. Mishmar. Can I get... Where's Mishmar? Oh, hello, this event again. Door. Oh. I mean, this place is not exactly a super important place to... Or it'll die out. I don't really care about Mishmar having this bonus. It's a hills location, not going to be a city. It will die down in time. That's fine. Alright. Alright, so far so good. Tunip is actually about to get killed by Ebla's army, so that's not a great start. I don't know why Tunip is making this move. I guess they just didn't see them, but yeah. Not the smartest move by the AI for Tunip. Alright, also these guys are standing around, dying in the desert. Once this guy's done, this guy will come up and we'll start the war on your Brudu once we can move to Demina. Alright. I could regain Cruel, but I'm going to try to avoid that for reasons I've discussed many times before at the minute. Alright. Now you come over to Saiba, and then we have more sacks to do as well. You come over to Soha. Actually, you come over to... Yeah, you come over to Soha, that's right. These guys must have my cedar. Alright, you come over and see if you can sack Alzalana before these guys win their siege. That would be funny. And then come down and get Kufirit if you can. Alright, now these guys are done. This force will then help out in the Yabrudu War. So we're going to go to war with Yabrudu, take Tanapa, which is going to be... Hold on. God, let me just see. Yeah, it's this one here. Okay, good. That is the correct location. They're going to call in Tadmor. That's fine. Let's do it. Alright, the Amorite local power of Yabrudu and Tadmor rally together to defend. Come up and grab this. You guys can finally leave the desert and come straight to Fashir. This force should be unopposable by anybody here. I don't think they have nearly this many cohorts between the two of them. Yeah, I think we're going to be totally fine. Meanwhile, how's my road crew doing? Looking good. So we're getting a lot of Ebla very fast right here. Oh, we can't siege these now. Dang it, I didn't think about that. Okay, that's fine. You guys, come up here. Or they're going to go retake this stuff, that's fine. You guys actually come over and work on Hermesh. And then we'll get these three together to go work on Ebla, because I want to actually get Ebla itself in this war. Also, let me go ahead and start improving opinion with Tunip. I'm not going to be able to get very far, though. As our AE goes down, if we can just get to, what was it, 190, even if we get AE after this war's done, we should be able to start the integration with Tunip. We could also send them a gift. Can we send them one gift? Okay, now we can do the integration. Next month we can at least. Alright. That's fine. Yeah, there's Yabrudu. Oh my gosh, you're going so fast. Why don't you wait a second for the other guys to arrive? Palace and Urkata and Pity are done. Alright, let me get these trade goods going. More earthenware, I think, for Freeman. Trade with the Peloponnesos. And these guys. And these guys. And then, where's the other place? It's down here. Oh my gosh. Trade for some cloth. Yeah. And we got more cloth needed. It's going to help a little bit, but it's not going to solve the problem. Okay, now we can go. There we go. They're going to get away, which is fine. I'll fight them soon. It's not going to be a big deal. Alright, good stuff. I'm going to actually send north, I think. I think this 8.6k force is more than fine. Although they don't have a Herman levy to sack Tadmor. Sacking Tadmor isn't the biggest priority on Earth, to be fully honest. Although it does have a bunch of statues. I could get a lot of... Oh my gosh. 9 buildings? Oh, they have a whole bunch of religious complexes. That's crazy, okay. Okay, you actually are going to go to Tadmor to try to sack it. Also, it's a level 2 fort, so it doesn't hurt to have more people down here. I think we're fine in the north. Alright. Sack this. Alright, you get to work on Ebla. I think 2.5k is enough to start the Ebla siege. Get to work on Ebla. Ebla may take a while to siege now because it's a level 2 fort. And then you actually come grab Kufira while you're up here. Alright. Yeah, these guys don't really have a great way to respond to me. I'm just too powerful. Alright, Ebla retook Halab. That's fine. They're actually screwing up Alalak's entire plan here because I freed them. I freed my boy Ebla. Alright, actually, this may be a little risky here. Let's not get killed by Ebla. That would be embarrassing. I'm gonna have you... I'm gonna have you back out. Actually, hold on. Well, Tunip won't have full morale. I'm gonna have you back out to Garbia. Then this force will come to Garbia. Actually, I don't think I need to siege this stuff up here. I guess actually this is the Ebla region too. I should at least get this so I have it possible. Let me wait for this guy to finish sieging that, and then we'll move him. Come down and grab Macro. I know this guy's taking huge attrition. Also, let's go ahead and stop force marching these guys and let them recover their morale. Since they had a battle, it's probably a good idea. You guys, though, keep force marching. Once I get this, I can move all my forces north to help me deal with Ebla. Just to be safe. Okay. Even 5k may struggle against this force, so I think we stay conservative here. Come down and sack Araba. Meanwhile, how's my road crew doing? You guys are almost there. 7th of September, you'll be done with the road. Then we'll reassign you. Alright. Let me move over to here. Okay, Ursu is occupying this. Meanwhile, down here, these guys are done. Okay, good. I do need to connect up Silo from some direction. Well, also here, I should make a connection from Samaria. Alright, so if I was in Samaria, let's just go by the roads, that's a good start. I'm in Samaria. Samaria actually just goes around. Actually, hold on. From Samaria, it goes like that. From Samaria it goes like this. I think if I rode Autobot and then Soko and then to Gerissa, this road will take it from Dor to Samaria. Let me do that road from Samaria. Yeah. Road crew will continue their work. And then I do want to get to Silo as well, but I want to start looping up these little areas down here in the meantime. Okay. Why is this archer so fast? Very mysterious. So let's stop having it be force march. Okay. Bountiful harvest. Ooh, that's a lot of money, but 3 stability is more valuable, so we're going to grab more stability. Lots of downward trend now, but that's okay. I let the men be gentle, or roam freely, I mean. Okay, and then you coming up here. Yeah. Oh, hello. This should be a pretty good fight. Here at Tadmor. Actually, it said Hidri, technically. Not an absolute blow, but we're going to do just fine. Good. And you guys force march your way over to Tadmor, and then I may just assault Tadmor, to be totally honest, once everybody's here and has full morale. I think that's going to be okay. Alright, let's reduce everybody's weight. And this one is, I think I might assault up here. I'll hold off for a minute, though. I need to be a little careful. You guys have arrived. Okay, road to... Oh, it actually goes through Soko, which I guess makes sense. Actually, I think I said I wanted to do it like that, so yeah, let's road like that. Let's see, 1, 2, bah, 1, 2, bah. There we go. Should be pretty even. Battle of Hidri is done. Good. Tadmor's under siege. Forts are done as well. Good stuff. Alright. Am I in charge of the siege? I am in charge of the siege here. I could assault, and it actually brings in the levy of Mucus, who is not, like, my friend, but they're here as well. Let me wait for the siege tick to see what we get. Also, Tunip, I think, is coming up to join too. So once Tunip gets here, with these other people here, I should do an assault. That would be the sensible way to do that. Let's see what our siege roll ends up being, though. Defender's Desert, okay. I don't know where Tunip is going, but while these guys are here, because they're joining in, their assault power is actually more than any of my levy fragments, so I should do the assault while these guys are here, because I'm going to damage their forces too. I think we just go for it. It comes under my control, so that's what we want. Alright, good stuff. We took a lot of damage, but it was probably worth it to get control of this. Okay, so now this force is going to head to Ebla. I'm going to let them recover the morale on the march, so I'm not going to have them force march. And then you guys, I need to turn off a force march. Let them recover their morale, and then once they're at full morale, I'll assault Tadmor. Tadmor's level 2 fort, so I'm not going to assault it before I'm at full morale. That is a sure thing. Okay, things are looking good. I at least want Ebla returned, and some southern part, just so I can reach your Brood. I don't need to take over all of the Ebla region, and I can't while Ursu is here controlling stuff. I'll have to fight Ebla in multiple wars. That's unavoidable. But that's okay. I can work with that. Alright. Things are looking pretty good here. What's Kemet up to? Kemet's fighting even more rebellions. Yeah. Yunu is a rebellion as well. If I can just make Henan Nesset try to rebel against their overlord, that would do a lot to screw up Kemet. I think we're okay though in the south. Let's just progress. These guys are almost here. Also about to hit our Omen tick. Alright, 1st of January, 900. That's an auspicious year. Okay, so I think we just go for Shapesh once again. Things are decreasing at a good rate here. Again, there are advantages to being in High Tyranny, but ultimately, especially once we control Ebla, my days of like vast territorial expansions may be nearing their end for now at this phase of the campaign, as I don't really want to expand much further without much more resources to support those expansions. Ultimately, expansions that can't be maintain through, using resources to road and to build palaces and forts and whatnot are risky. I do still want to eventually go to Enkomi, but that's not a high priority at the minute. That's not more important than securing Ebla or starting to damage Kemet. Ultimately, I think once I control Ebla and also control the rest of Canaan, I'll start building my Great Fleet, which will help me take on Kemet and also help me take on Enkomi when the time comes for that. Okay, so let me just check this really quick. Yeah, no one's close enough to 75 to switch over to Borderlands. That's perfectly fine. Let me look at it loyalty-wise. Who's the worst loyalty at the minute? Mahanaim is under control. This is improving. Ugarit is... this is a bit more of a closer situation. I think I'm going to build a Peacekeeper in PD, and I think this should fix the problem. But we'll come back to that. I mentioned before that I thought Ugarit might have some trouble, so we'll see though. Door is improving. These guys are all improving. Suxi is also a place I should probably build a Peacekeeper. Unfortunately, I can't build a Peacekeeper in a place that already has a city that I want to keep as a city. I could build as Soda to be a city now. I'm trying to save up PI though, so I don't really want to do this. I think at the minute, Suxi is under control enough. We have plenty of room left before it reaches 0. And then yeah, other than that, people that are above 50 I'm not going to worry about, so I think we're fine for now. Let's go ahead and I think just resume. Yeah. I'll tune up higher these mercs. Once everyone's here and we're at full morale, I'll do the assault up here as well. Also, tune up's main army is returning. Good. I think it will... I can't reorganize right. That's foreign territory, so we keep waiting. Water shortage roll down here. That's quite good. These guys are not full enough morale. I guess this one guy being at low morale is holding up everybody. We could probably do an assault down here. Although 43 power. I wouldn't be able to sack Tadmor, but that's not... Well, hold on, let me think about this. These guys are the wrong culture group, so I do want to actually sack them and kill some of their guys, because it's going to be easier to control later. I can also make it a colony. What's their culture? Is it Tadmor culture? Palmarine culture, okay. I guess that makes sense. Alright. I'm going to let the siege progress further and then do the assault later. Meanwhile, over here, you are done. You've probably been done for a minute. Okay, so now, from Yabnel, takes the road. From Samaria, takes the... I probably need to check both ways like that. From here, takes the road. From here, takes a road. Alright, we have now roaded everything. I could also road to APEC. I guess I may as well while I'm over here. So I have access to this forest fort if I need it for some sort of coastal situation. The circumstances where APEC would need to be used like that seem pretty minimal, but you never know. So let's road like that. Alright, and then we'll figure out more road stuff to do when the time comes. Alright. Must be nice to have a change of scenery up here to the north once again. I haven't been up in the north in a long time. So, pretty good. These guys have arrived. Gonna keep waiting for my morale to build up. Let's maybe wait 1 or 2 more months, and then we'll get going down there. Or up there, I mean. These guys... Yeah, on the siege tick, I'll move some of them out so that I can do the sack. And then, ooh. These mercs could screw everything up, so I'm gonna actually pay off this mercenary force. Can I select these guys, please? Here they are. 288. Yeah, that's expensive, but I think it's necessary. I don't want these guys to take stuff. Really? Offer refused? What? Are you kidding me? That's screwed up. He took my money and then he didn't... Oh, that's really messed up. What a jerk. Alright, I may need to do some assaults here soon just so these guys don't steal everything back and screw it all up. Okay, 11th of March for that guy. I want to wait for these guys to reach Ebla before I do the Ebla thing, but these guys aren't in position yet, so I need to keep waiting. you guys... Wait a little bit longer. The water shortage. Okay. Yeah, let me send away all of the non-king-led forces. Yeah. Well, I might struggle to actually win the assault without the king here, so I think we'll just do the assault with everybody. I'm not going to be able to sack it because this guy's in charge of the siege because of his High Marshal, but that's fine. He might sack Tadmor on his own, to be fully honest, so I don't really care what he does. So I think we... 42... I don't know if this is enough assault power. I think we can win the assault with this assault power, but we're gonna take like 8,000 casualties or something. I think we can pull that off. I think. Let's see. 16th of March to get here, and then from here he has to get to Fisher. When will these guys arrive? Farwan, 5th of March. It's gonna be really close. The problem is I need to finish the Ebla War first before I can do the Yabrudu annexation. God, this is just it's such a close call. Let's keep seeing this naturally. I may have to just retake Fisher. I can't believe these guys rejected my bribery. That's messed up. That's just messed up. Wait. Hermesh. Oh, yeah, that's right. No worries. Come on. 22nd of March. The moment these guys get here, I'm doing the assault. Okay, they're in the location. Oh no, they're not in the location. Well, they don't count as being here? Oh, I'm not in command? Oh no! I'm not in command over here. I didn't think about that at all. Shoot! Shoot, I can't assault this. I have to siege this manually. God, that sucks. Okay, I could just leave Ebla for now. The thing is, no one else can take Ebla except for me, because no one can reach it if I don't let Tunip go to war with someone through me, so... Okay. Cutting our losses, I'm not going to take Ebla in this exact war. I could just do this, but I kind of want to go a bit further into the Ebla region if I can help it. Alright, give me that. Give me this. God, I could take all of this. That's a little crazy, though. That's so much of Ebla. But it does stop these guys from taking more, so that's kind of good. I could just leave that, though, to be honest. Yeah. And then the rest of the stuff is uncolonized. Or part of your Brudu. Hmm. 30 AE for this. So that's quite substantial. Let me first start the integration of Tunip. You wish to fully integrate the Eblite local power of Tunip. They will no longer be another nation on the map, instead ruled directly by our local governors. 920 is very quick, to be fully honest, but now that we've done that, and that's started, we can now get a ton of AE, and it's not going to screw that up. Alright. Ebla survives, and they may be taken by the Northerners, but at least we get the part that we want. I guess I could leave this stuff here. It's worth a little bit of war score. Let me reset this. I definitely need this. I could get away with just this and leave the rest of Ebla. The extent to which the Northerners will actually conquer their way into Ebla is unclear. I'm going to have to fight them either way, to be fully honest, at this point. They're going to take Northern Ebla stuff, whether I want them to or not. But Ebla will survive because their capital can't be reached, so Ebla's tag lives either way. So I think Ebla will probably be able to keep this stuff down here. This deal lets me take the Brudu stuff, and ultimately, I feel like it could be too destabilizing to take a ton of Ebla all at once. So I guess it's okay. Well, let me get Akash, and then I'll get this section, then I'll get the Brudu section in as well. So let me do it like that, because I'm gonna get... God, close that. I'm gonna get this part for your Brudu, so let me get the part of that that's Ebla controls, if that makes sense. So yeah. That will work. I guess I could make Ebla my client state. That's another option. Is it? No, I need to actually occupy Ebla itself. Yeah, in the interest of finishing this before... Oh, hold on, wait. This guy's not coming to Fashir. Huh? Where's that guy going? Okay, I don't know what's going on. But I should be able to finish the Ebla war now. This guy is serving in the other war, so that's not going to fix that problem. But I think this is a pretty good deal. 14 AE is manageable. Yeah. Can I release anybody? I could force them to release Hermesh for basically free. I should probably do that, to be fully honest. If I release Hermesh, that includes territory that these guys have actually sieged down already, which is very funny. If I release Hermesh, I could actually guarantee Hermesh, just to keep those guys from attacking them. I don't know if I needed to guarantee Hermesh, but I could do that. If I release Hermesh, and then who else? I could also release Sarakib. Ooh, that's the other part of Ebla. Okay, I could actually protect the Ebla region through more guaranteeing, like I did in the south. This would be more to stop Ursu and Alalak from getting this stuff, but this could really screw up their war. I think this might be the deal that I do. So this is another convoluted deal, but Ebla survives in their capital and in this northern section, I guess. So I guess they still are at war. I can't really see anything up there. Yeah. But their southern section, which those guys shouldn't be able to reach, I guess? They might get military access, but they shouldn't be able to conquer this, right? Because there's no border. So Alalak can't conquer this down here or their capital. So they can conquer the northern part. But that northern part isn't in the Ebla regions. That's actually perfectly fine. So I think this is actually quite a good deal. Only 14 AE for basically solving my problem in the Ebla region altogether. Yeah, I think we go for this deal with Ebla. Okay. Alright, the Eblite regional power of Ebla accepts our generous peace offer. Eblaite Akash to Canaan, Eblaite Tunanapa to Canaan. Then we liberate Hermesh and Sarakib. Alright. Sarakib only got released up here. I guess they didn't get that stuff back. I thought they would get that back as well. I guess that makes sense they didn't get that. That's fine, though. Less Ebla border gore. Okay, cool. So let's quickly assign a... Well, actually, I could just do the assault now and win everything, but let me assign an Ebla governor. Up here, let's see. 6/9's pretty good. Urumilki Ashabale. This guy's also a minor character, which I kind of like. No bad loyalty traits, no corruption. I think this guy is a winner. Also, let's see, trait-wise, 2.5% Canaanite happiness and 5% or 3% Freeman output. Yep, you are going to be my governor over here. Good. And let's see, are you guys all stay put for now in case I end the war soon? Down here, I think we go ahead, because we're going to lower the forces afterwards anyways, so let's go ahead and I think order the assault at Tadmor. I'm going to test out to see, so 42 assault power with like 800 garrison remaining. Let's investigate if that is a winning situation. Also, these guys here finished roading. Alright, so now we can reach APEC easily. Alright, perfect. Okay. Okay, now to reach Silo, let's start from Yab Nael and road our way over there. Alright, let's see the Tadmor assault. Oh man, painful. Okay. Okay, it wasn't quite as devastating as I thought it might be, but Tadmor was damaged a lot, that's good. Alright, let's go ahead and finish this war off. Alright, so definitely give me this and that. Interesting, okay, give me that. And then give me this. Okay. Only 16 AE for all that, and I think that is everybody. Yep. Really not that much AE, to be honest. Let's go and take this deal. I don't think there's any need to release anybody. This should tag delete Yabrudu finally from this game. My ancient foe, weirdly enough. But Both their nation and their home region have caused me so much grief throughout this campaign. But finally, your Brutu is defeated. A big day for Canaan, to be sure. Alright, 16 AE looks fine to me. Let's go ahead and do this deal. Okay, the Tadmorian Elite. Oh, where are the your Brutu Elite? Are they alive still somewhere? Oh no, I don't think your Brutu's dead. Alright, we're going to figure that out in a minute. First of all, let's lose some AE. Your Brutu accepts our peace offer. Okay. This should become my land, hopefully. It'll change in a bit. And all this is under this guy. That's perfect. Alright, now let's lower all of our forces. Start the besieger, indeed. Alright, come down here. Lower these guys as well. Lower you. Alright. And make sure that our forts are not being paid for. Okay. Let's let one day go by. So this fixes itself. Alright, so first of all, over here in the Tadmor Oasis area, I'm going to start colonizing my way over here. I'm so close, though, to 80. I'm going to wait a little bit, and then we're going to spend... I'm worried about Mari colonizing Sush Kalu and entering this region. If Mari enters this region at all, it's going to be extremely complicated to deal with that. I may have to bribe them to fix that, but whatever the case. So for now, let's just look at this new territory. With all these oases, this place shouldn't have the food problems that your Brutu had, but we'll see later if that ends up becoming an issue. I'll keep... No, I'll get rid of the desert wells. I will get rid of that as well. Keep the desert wells there. Destroy the farming settlement. Okay, in Tadmor, a bunch of their buildings were destroyed, which is annoying. This is a temple of Mot, who is one of my gods. Not a god that I worship, but they are a god in this pantheon. Somewhere. Here they are. Stat change and corruption, actually. Perhaps a god that which may, for some time, be a replacement for Ashara. We'll worry about that later. Not necessarily a place I'd want this temple to be, but at least we control the location. Okay, the populous simulation speed from the theater is actually quite good. Although this place will be switched on to... I'm going to wait for PI purposes. Wait for now. I could build a... what do you call it? Peacekeeper. Let me build a Peacekeeper over here, and then see after that. If we go over here in Akash, capital has been set to Rahya. That could be the capital. Down here in Tadmor, Tadmor is obviously going to be the capital location. Yeah, I don't think there's any better spot than Tadmor. I guess Melga is also a pretty good spot. I think Tadmor is a bit better. And it's already a city, so there's no reason to mess around with that, I don't think. Also, the Tadmor Crossroads seems to be a unique thing just to Tadmor, so we definitely want to keep that. Resource-wise, we desperately need noble happiness, like, right away, so let's trade for some cloth. That's it, though. Trade for some earthenware. No, I don't want to do an intro trade. I guess we'll trade for wine for Freeman happiness. Alright, that'll do. Over here in Akash, building-wise, mine for stone, that's fine. Desert wells for salts. I'd rather have a mine there, to be honest. Or keep that, keep that. Let's see here. Destroy that. Keep that, though. Alright, and that is everything that we conquered down here. Alright. And then up here in Tunanop, this is all new. Tunanop itself, I'm going to destroy the Scribe School and the Foundry. And then other buildings. No, not really. Okay, so let me think about the capitals here. So obviously Tadmor is going to be the capital over here. I'm going to road this all up as well. Over here, I think Akash might be a good capital. It's really central in the Akash province. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it also protects up through the uninhabitable desert, at least, the roadway. So I think we move the capital to Akash. Yeah. And I think I will fortify Akash. I'll build a city here later, but for now a fort is enough. Over here, Tonanapa is right next to Katna, but it's also farmland on the river, so it might be okay to have it be that close. Alternatively, Gra is kind of an interesting spot. It's the right distance from Katna and from Akash, and it also is right on the borderland with the rest of Ebla. I could always build a city at Tonanapa later, once I want more cities in my provinces, but for now, I think Gra is kind of an interesting spot for sure, and it's only earthenware. Yeah, I think we want to do it like that. Okay. And then we'll fortify Gra when the time is right. For now, these guys here, I'm going to finish the roading to Silo and then send them north to do that roading up there. Although, no, well, I'll road down here once I own more territory down here. We have a few more years to go before we can do those roads. Okay, I think that's good. Will this become my color? I hope it does. That'd be nice. We have to own more territory for that to happen. Okay, so we keep waiting, I think. Think about this. Your daughter, Sophonisba, is 3 now. Already 3 charisma, that's a good sign. Yep, I think we're good. 67 gold per month now. Good stuff. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, let me figure out what happened with your Brudu. Where's my ledger? Oh no. Oh, they're a migrant horde, that's right. Oh no, I didn't kill their migration. God. Okay. Their migrators are around here somewhere. Yabrudu lives on! No! The Yabrudu exodus continues. I'm never gonna catch these guys. They're just out of here. Holy crap. Alright, I gotta respect them. Yabrudu are survivors. I have worked unbelievably hard to kill this one group of people, and they are just never getting caught. They are on their way out of here. I hope that they settle up in Mari and cause Mari some trouble, but they are... At least their homelands for many years now are under my control. Ugh. That is crazy. Grandeur ceremonies. Yep, we've seen this before. I know what happens with that. We're almost to 80 PI, so we're almost ready to switch over. Sell all of our goods as well. Good stuff. Scholar of the Divine for Aharam Aberid. Okay, that's pretty good. Losing loyalty in Aharam isn't amazing, but it's better than 10 corruption on Abdestart, and Abdestart may not have infinite time left, although he has perfect health actually, so I'll get the free 12 PI, which means we can now go ahead and do the decision to form a new kind of kingdom. As I said before, I think that Theocratic Kingdom looks the best for my needs, but Mercantile is another option I'm open to. I think 3 capital imports is, and 5% was that citizen happiness, isn't as good as 10% PI and 5% religion happiness, and the different ideas you get from Theocratic. So I think we're going to go ahead and form a Theocratic Kingdom. It is going to cost 10 stability, which is unfortunate, but we have so much downward trend right now. We're just this is basically just what would be 20 months of our current our current AE amounts. Anyways, we get 2 free province investments as well. A Theocratic Kingdom gives the king absolute power backed by the priesthood and invested with the power of the divines. So we're going to go from King Abdestart the First, the Besieger, great-grandson of Ibturdagan, to, let's see what his new title ends up being. Alright. Now he is still just King Abdestart, so no new title for him. I guess that's fine. And we now have some idea slots we saved of our PI for this exact purpose. Okay, so first things first, I think we go for conscription once again. It's worth considering any of these need to get switched around. I don't really think so. The conscription is the best. Alright. for the civic idea. I'm considering actually switching back to tax farming. I don't know how much the plus 0.05 loyalty is actually really necessary. I have so much money I can build peacekeepers everywhere and whatnot, so... or if something else here is better. Yeah, I think we're going to go back to tax farming, to be fully honest. We have so many slaves, and with our huge... We still have a lot of tyranny built up, so we do have a lot of slave economy bonuses, so let's go back to tax farming. And then 2 religious ideas. First things first, I think we go... once again to integrate culture happiness, but we could also get something else now in this area. Omen power is very tempting. And what would that do at the minute? It would help out with tyranny. I did say in like the first episode that I thought mandated observance was the second best of these options. Alternatively, state religion is very strong, so it's worth considering whether we want to go for this. I think I want to be able to get my tyranny down low enough that I can hover in like the 50-ish area comfortably, and not worry as much about having high charisma ruler stats and whatnot. So yeah, mandated observance, and we're going to grab tolerance of pagans for 10% monthly PI. Amazing 3.20 PI per month now, and we'll wait for the monthly tick to see what else everything else ends up being. But now it's minus 0.06 tyranny, and on the monthly tick we shall see what we get for our income. We're at 67.22 at the minute. And then on the monthly tick, 71.36. That is a big boost, all things considered. Okay, let's also set up this road to Silo. Do I want to do it from here, though, is the question. I think this is fine. It goes through here for some reason. Let me think about this. Yeah, let me finish roading around here just to get Silo connected up. But that's going to be it for this episode of the Dammâseq Campaign. The Ubrudu survives once more. Our ancient racial enemy, it seems, or our cultural enemy, slips away once again into the desert. But we will someday kill the last of the Ubrudu. At this point, I think Canaan has an entire mythology about the unkillable, eternal Ubrudu-y people who just can't be defeated. They always slip away into the desert and rebuild elsewhere to cause more grief for us by becoming allies with anybody that we fight and running around with giant migratory armies. We shall see what happens with the Ubrudu in the future, but that's going to be it for the Dammâseq Campaign in this episode. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.